Yo, what is good, everybody? It is TT Casanova. I am here with Lonnie Too Spiritual, or Lonnie the Medium, BEEZY, Never Alive, and there should be one more person. Oh, no, it's just us. And welcome the audience as well. Hold on, let me see if I can get them in here. World Studio. There was Poison Ivy. He had the dip. So, yeah. And there's a lot of new audience members coming in. But, anyways, today's episode is about pet peeves and how we've grown with it. So, first one that's gonna go first is Lonnie. What's your biggest pet peeves? Why do you hate the thing so much? Who did it and why? Don't say any names if you don't want to. Also, what's one way you learned how to respond better to your pet peeve or pet peeve?
The biggest pet peeve I have is when other girls in my generation try to embarrass other girls in front of boys, so the boys can move on to them. But it irritates me because you don't gotta act different. You can be yourself around people, especially boys. But what I do to differently, I used to get really mad, and then it would really start arguing because I'll point it out. I don't bite my tongue a lot. I really don't. And I would just put them, they put somebody on blast, I put them on blast because why are you doing that? But now I don't do that. I don't feed into the energy. I just choose to ignore it and change my surroundings. So if they're around me, I move on to something else. But if it's in Instagram on a group chat or something, I either block that person and leave the group chat or just leave the group chat.
And next person is, hold on, BZ, you going or you just security?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
so
we in for this one.
All right. What's your biggest pet peeves? Why do you hate the thing so much? Who did it and why? Don't say any names if you don't want to. What is one way you learned to respond better to the pet?
Okay, so you said pet peeves or pet peeve? Because I want to know. I got about good two, but if I pick one,
just go for it. Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so the first one for me is not being honest about things that are very small. I feel it's a lot of times that certain people like to lie about certain things because out of the fear of they don't even know what's gonna happen, so they don't tell you the truth, so they lie and make up the lie because it's but I don't like that because it's we could just be honest. If I'm be sure, if I'll be honest with you, I would respect that same honesty. Just keep it 100 with me. But I've dealt with people in the past and recently who it's in that moment of them lying, it's now they're coming back and trying to be honest about everything what it was. When it's back then when the time was available there, I don't understand why the honesty couldn't just be displayed. So the way I'm working with that one is, I listen to what they say, but I just don't believe what a person is saying when they say it until it comes to a point. Especially, I'm really tapped on my intuition. So if somebody's telling me some shit that I already feel is off and it's not truthful, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I'll just be you know what? I'm gonna just let it come out, and then it come out, and then they'll come back and they'll tell the truth, or they'll say things, or it's one of those things where somebody tells a white lie and then they forget they told the lie, so then when they come to you about the information, it's well, you already told me it was this person, or you already told me it was this way. Then they're oh no, it wasn't. No, I never said that. But so I don't really like people that likes to kind of keep up the lies and stuff. I'll just keep it with that one because the other one I had, it kind of drifted away, so I guess this was the only one. But yeah, it's pretty much how I'm dealing with it.
All right, next person is going to be Never Alive. What's your biggest pet peeve? Why do you hate the thing so much? Who did it and why? Don't say any names if you don't want to. And also, what's one you find better to your pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve has to be people that take things out of context. Let's say you say something for positivity reasons, and someone sees the bad in what you say, and then they take it out of context, and they see, you're in a whole argument with this person or people. It could be really anyone. What makes me hate it so much is because the message you're trying to send really gets lost in that anger that someone feels. And I understand that some people can feel that anger because of something that happened in their past or their experience too, so they are gonna automatically take it the wrong way or whatever. As far as names, I really don't have a specific names. I've known people that have done that, but I don't have anybody specific right now for me to, go ahead and name them. Even if I did, I wouldn't name them out here. And the best way for me to handle that, or I learn how to respond to that better, is to honestly just be patient. Talk to them on a calmer level. Don't get as hyped as they do. Don't go on their level. Let them know what you mean, because most of the time that does calm people down. Let them see your perspective of things. Other than that, if that doesn't work, I just stay away from that. Just completely disconnect from that person, to be honest with you.
We were supposed to have an extra guest too. Her name is SQUIDDY. I had asked her the questions, and I'm gonna read off what she put. SQUIDDY is shy. She said her biggest pet peeve is people saying something about to get caught stealing because I'm too sneaky, but them knowing they would never get away with stealing. And she said her brother does this all the time, and I will sometimes challenge the argument, but I know it will lead to more lies. So I let him tell himself that, because I know what to and what not to believe, and I'm not going to waste my energy arguing over something that ultimately has nothing to do with that. So that's her full answer. So now it is my turn. We already know the question because I asked them more than fucking once. My biggest pet peeve is hypocrite. I hate when people, like, unless it's aimed for a good reason. Like, for example, when your parents smoke and they tell you not to smoke because of the health hazards that can come with that potentially, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a good reason versus you just being a hypocrite because you don't. I hate the thing so much is because people think when they do it, in the words of Finesse 2 Times, it's cool when they do it, it's a problem when I do it. Fuck. That's essentially how I feel about it, because it's like, I hate the fact that someone feels when they do something it's exalted and it's so much higher than them. But as soon as somebody else do it, or in a different facet in any way possible, they condemn it or evangelize it, or try to bury it when it's like you do the same shit in a different way. And who did it, and don't say any names if you don't want to. I don't want to necessarily say any names because I don't have to. It's a lot of people that have this trait that haven't been checked yet. So when they get checked, they'll know. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say about that. And one way I've learned to respond to it better is let people do what they want. Genuinely. Because if my cup of tea ain't your cup of tea, I'm not finna force the flavor on it. So the best thing I could do is just let you say your piece, understand you, listen to you, and try my best to put it into a message that I can, so to speak, fully process on a full spectrum rather than just seeing it in one way. But yeah, that's all I got to say on it. Thank you guys for tuning in for this short little podcast episode. I know it's short, but we're gonna end up pushing out more and more content as it goes. Anyways, roll credits. Peace.